Stop everything, because what's about to happen at Ferrari could change the future of Formula One forever. Imagine this: Lewis Hamilton, the most successful driver in F1 history, stepping into Ferrari Red, taking on Charles Leclerc, the young superstar who has carried the team on his shoulders for years. 2 generations, 2 mentalities, 1 team. But here's the truth. This isn't just another driver pairing. This is the kind of battle that defines careers, that breaks drivers, that creates legends. And let me ask you, who comes out on top? Will Leclerc finally become the Ferrari hero he's meant to be? Or will Hamilton rewrite history and claim his 8th world title? Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, because here we don't just talk about F1, we dissect every twist and turn with bold takes and raw analysis. Now let's get into it. The pressure on Ferrari hasn't won a title since 2008. Think about that. The most legendary team in motorsport has gone over 15 years without a championship. They've had world-class drivers, Alonso, Vettel, now Leclerc, but none of them managed to bring the Scuderia back to the top. And now Ferrari is making its boldest move yet, bringing in a 7-time world champion, hoping that his experience and winning mentality will finally end the drought. But with that decision comes a massive risk. Lewis Hamilton isn't just another driver. He's not someone who will sit back and play second fiddle. He's coming to Ferrari to win. And standing in his way, Charles Leclerc, a driver who has been the team's golden boy for years. A driver who has given everything to Ferrari, only to see them bring in another star to challenge him. Leclerc knows what this means. He knows that if he loses to Hamilton, his reputation takes a massive hit. He'll go from Ferrari's future to just another driver who couldn't get it done. That's why this isn't just a rivalry. This is war. The intra-team battle, Hamilton versus Leclerc. Piero Ferrari, the vice president of the Scuderia, says this rivalry will make both drivers stronger. And in theory, he's right. Competition pushes athletes to their limits. But let's be real. When has a true intra-team war ever ended peacefully in Formula One? Senna versus Prost, Hamilton versus Rosberg, Alonso versus everyone. This sport doesn't do friendly rivalries at the top level. It's a battle for survival. And Ferrari now faces an impossible question. Who do they back? Leclerc is younger, faster in qualifying, and has been loyal to Ferrari for years. But Hamilton is the most decorated driver in history. His experience is unmatched. His ability to manage races, to think strategically under pressure, is something Leclerc is still learning. One thing is certain. When the visor goes down, neither of them will care about Ferrari's long-term vision. They'll only care about winning. Can Hamilton still deliver? But let's talk about the elephant in the room, Hamilton's age. Piero Ferrari dismissed concerns about it, saying he's still in peak form. And he might be right. Hamilton has kept himself in top physical shape, and mentally, he's as sharp as ever. But this isn't 2014. This isn't the Mercedes-dominated era anymore. The grid is younger, hungrier, and faster than ever. Max Verstappen is at the peak of his powers, driving a Red Bull that has been miles ahead of the competition. Lando Norris is emerging as a real contender. George Russell is waiting for his chance to lead Mercedes. The challenge is greater than it has ever been, and Hamilton won't just have to beat Verstappen and the younger generation, he'll have to beat his own teammate. A teammate who will be absolutely desperate to prove that Ferrari made the right decision in backing him all these years. Ferrari's strategy nightmare. And here's another problem: Ferrari's strategic decision-making. For years, this team has been plagued by errors. Wrong tire choices, miscalculated pit stops, poor race strategies. They've thrown away countless potential victories. And now they have to manage 2 world-class drivers fighting for supremacy within their own garage. How will Ferrari handle it when Leclerc and Hamilton are fighting on track? Who do they prioritize in a tight title fight? History tells us that Ferrari has always preferred a clear number 1. Schumacher had total team backing. Even Vettel, for a time, was their obvious leader. But now, they're stepping into unknown territory. Can they afford to give Hamilton number 1 status? And if they do, how will Leclerc react? The big question. So, what happens next? Is this the golden ticket that finally brings Ferrari back to the top? Or is this the beginning of a war that will tear the team apart from the inside? If Hamilton wins, he cements his legacy as the greatest of all time. No debate, an 8th title with Ferrari at nearly 40 years old in the most competitive era in F1 history. That would be the most remarkable achievement the sport has ever seen. But if Leclerc beats Hamilton, he silences every critic. He proves that Ferrari was right to invest in him. He becomes the undisputed leader of the most legendary team in motorsport. No matter what happens, this is the most exciting Ferrari lineup we've seen in decades. And the battle that's coming, it could change Formula One forever. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you love deep F1 discussions with no filters, hit that like button and subscribe. This is where we get into the real debates. See you in the next one.